What's up and welcome to today's video. This video was a lot of fun to film. I'm doing the intro after I've already got off the water, but what I wanted to do is take y'all to a pond with me, and we're fishing with the spinning combo today. This is all we're bringing, and I just wanted to show y'all some of my favorite ways to catch fish on a really underrated way to catch bass, which is with a spinning reel. So I throw a couple of lures that I love to throw on a spinning reel, and it's just so much fun fighting good sized bass on these reels. Also, at the end of this video, per request from a subscriber, I will be showing you the knot that I like to tie to attach leaders to my main line or my braid when I'm throwing braid and fluorocarbon together. So I'll do that at the very end of the video after the fishing, but let's go ahead and hop into the fishing portion because I've got some exciting action in this one to show y'all. Let's get into it. All right, good morning. So we're gonna be throwing some of my favorite lures for the spinning combo today, and we're starting with a Guggen Squad blooper, just a Topwater Popper. Love throwing them on a spinning reel. I'm gonna make sure my drag's a little bit loose, and time to start slinging this around. I love working this on a spinning rod, as long as you've got like the right action, which I don't know many like medium heavy spinning rods, so normally this is going to be a little bit of a lighter action and power, and you can work these Topwater Poppers super well in my opinion. Yeah, on the spinning rod I can even like walk it if I want to, or I can just straight pop it, but we are throwing a white blooper today in the bone color I believe, and it ought to get crushed. All right, this throw right here down this bank ought to get a fish with the blooper. Whoa, goodness, did y'all see that? That's a good one. That's a good fish. Oh my, great fish. Woo. Oh my goodness. That was gnarly. Look at that. That's like a 4-pounder. Holy crap, y'all. I wish I had a scale, but I don't. Oh my gosh. All right, just got Buddy unhooked. What a beautiful bass. I love fishing in September. Oh, it's just so good. Let's let Buddy go. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. All right, y'all. Well, yeah. So I guess the best part about that is that I don't really have to explain why a Topwater Popper is what you want to throw in the mornings, especially in ponds or just you have some slick, calm water. Okay, that was awesome. I wonder how the other lures are gonna stand up to that today now. That's gonna be hard to compete with. But yeah, look. I just love the way that you can hold a spinning rod and pop the popper down. It's really easy on my wrist. I get great action, and I mean, you can throw it a mile because it's a lighter, hard plastic lure. But on the spinning setup, I mean, you can launch the thing, and all we're doing is we're throwing him out, and it's gonna be a great lure because you can see this grass in the water, but he is gonna come over that grass. It doesn't really break the surface much, so I'm bringing him right over the grass. Those pops, those bloops are gonna be getting the bass attention when it's coming overhead, and it'll draw them out for a strike. I like to go with a pretty fast retrieve on these guys a lot of the time. Kind of like to keep it moving, keep it popping. I don't like to give them a lot of time to look at the lure if we've got some pretty clear water like we do today. But I will mix it up every now and then and give it a pop and let it rest, let it sit. I'll chug it in, but I really like walking these. I would have really liked to throw the all black popper today, but unfortunately I got it jammed up on my bait cast reel last time I was out, and it is, I broke a hook on it, having to get it off. So it's out of commission. Might file some Carl's Bait and Tackle insurance on it because I did really like that black one. Whoa, yeah, buddy. I love that they're hitting the lures so close to the bank for y'all. Okay, 2 on the popper. We will definitely be throwing this until the sun is up. This is just the way to do it. Summertime still. I mean, it's September. I mean, I feel like that's the month that you kind of start thinking about fall, but in reality, in Louisiana, we're not gonna get like fall weather or cooler weather until maybe October. So treat it like summer still, even though I think we got great weather today. It's another 60 degrees morning, which is just beautiful. This cool weather could be triggering them to get a little crazy, go for some bait fish. But I'm noticing that the fish in here actually are pretty healthy for a small pond, so there must be a decent amount of bait in here. When you're popping a topwater popper, you're gonna wanna have some slack line out, and you're gonna pop, and when that line becomes tight, it'll give it a nice popping action. You don't wanna reel up and pop. It kind of just pulls the bait through the water instead of popping it and getting it to dart one way or another. So just have some slack line out. When you pop, you wanna be popping on slack line. So I'm very pleased that I caught, you know, a really nice fish on the popper, but honestly, I'm a little surprised I haven't caught more. I just thought that fish would be going crazy over this thing. I just love busting out the spinning combo every now and then. I think fighting a fish on this is so much fun. I mean, golly, that like 3.5, 3 pounder earlier. He might have been 4, but probably, definitely 3. That was incredible. There's one, little bite. Not the big crazy stuff we like to see, but that's a fish nonetheless. Oh, and you gotta be careful with these. Gonna really secure them behind those gill plates. Some people say I squeeze them a little hard, but I'm not taking a treble hook to the hand. They'll be fine. All right, that's 3. Let's try to make it 4. All right, I'm pretty confident I could catch another fish on the popper, but honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my next lure because I haven't thrown it at all this summer, and I think that this is the right pond to throw it. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut this off, and put on the next lure. All right, lure number 2 is a summertime killer. We've got a jerk bait. We've got a nice realistic little color here. I don't know the brand. I got this out of a mystery tackle box, but I know it works. If this will stay above the grass out in the middle, I should be able to catch some fish on this. So jerk baits they're an incredible lure. These things are made for when those bass are a little sluggish, they're a little picky, and they need something to entice them to bite. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be targeting a little bit deeper water with this one because it's gonna dive down, and I'm gonna throw it out there, and I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna pop, or one pop, just give it a little bit of action. It's gonna dart, jerk back and forth, and then I'm gonna let it suspend. And we're gonna just do this slowly until the lure gets in. And I would not be surprised if a big old bass swallowed this thing. Just gotta make sure we keep it above the grass, which is gonna be a little difficult. A lot of people, when you first throw your jerk bait, or a lot of jerk baits, I should say, you're gonna wanna reel it a bit and get it to dive down quicker than just jerking it to get it down. So I'll do that when I first throw. And then it's gonna be similar to a popper where you're gonna wanna have some slack in your line and pop on that slack line. You'll have really good action when it hits the tight point in your line off that slack. But just take your time. This isn't meant to be fished super fast. It's meant to entice those fish to bite. Again, we're fishing those little treble hooks. You're gonna wanna have a loose drag. Oh, there's a fish. Or a wad of grass. That's a fish. Oh, he got off. Okay, cool. Well, a little guy hit it. Well, little guys are welcome. We're looking for a big boy, but that's all right. Yeah, bite on the jerk bait. I mean, occasionally if you watch your line, you'll be able to hit, you'll see them hit and knock some slack into your line or tighten it up or whatever, but a lot of times you're just gonna go to pop it and there's gonna be some weight there. Got down in the grass that time, but look at that healthy grass. Oh my goodness. That just means there is life in this water. There's something. Feels decent. Well, I don't know. It's probably just a little bass. Yeah. Little fella. But that's a lot of fun. As long as I don't get hooked in the hand, it's a lot of fun. Okay. There's one. And there's two. Little guy. All right. Might be a few over here. Oh, I think I had a fish. Is that a fish? Either got a fish or a stick. It's not really fighting, so we're gonna go with stick. Whoa. All right, I think this is gonna be my last throw. I've got stuff come up that I just gotta go attend to. You know how it is, you go fishing, get out on the water. And basically I made a mistake and I thought my wife did not need her car, so I took it and she needs it. So that's on me, but I'm gonna go attend to that shortly. There's a bite. Okay, good. Always good to end on a fish. Or do I have to keep going because I have a fish? I feel like I might have to keep going. This is one that'll mess your day up. Okay, this is terrifying. Oh, good grip on him. Okay, all the hooks came out really easy. Little fella, get in there. All right, swing another cast out there. And once we don't catch one, I'm gonna head out. I've noticed though, I thought this jerkbait was a suspending. I think it's a sinking. So it's like you kind of gotta fish it or retrieve it a little faster or it's gonna get hung up in the grass. All right, y'all, well, I'm about to head out. I took my wife's car out here and I thought she didn't need it. Turns out she does, so that's on me, it's my bad, but I'm gonna head out. I was gonna throw a drop shot a little bit, but I'm about to go home to the apartment, show y'all how to tie the knot I use to connect my leader line to my braid on all of my rigs, and then we'll close the video out after that, but stay with me if you wanna see how I tie that knot. All right, so I'm gonna be behind the camera on this one, but in front of me, I will be trying to show y'all to the best of my ability how to tie braid and your fluorocarbon. And I've got a 8-pound fluorocarbon leader right here from Yozuri. Well, it's a fluorocarbon nylon hybrid, 8-pound test. I like to throw something light like this when I'm throwing jerk baits, poppers, or fishing with the spinning rod. If I'm finesse fishing with drop shots and Ned rigs, I like to have 8-pound or lower test for my leader. All right, we've got a pair of pliers there. We're gonna need to cut a few different things, but let's just get some line out here and some line out here. Okay, so we've got the fluorocarbon leader here, and we've got the braid in my right hand. Sorry if I bumped the camera any. And I'm gonna be showing you how to tie a double uni knot. Also, it might not focus very well on this, but I'll throw up a diagram as well to help y'all out. So basically, you're going to line up the knots together. And I don't know if it matters which one you start with, but I'm gonna take the fluorocarbon. I've got it behind the braid here. And if you can see, I'm gonna take this little tag end of the fluorocarbon and I'm gonna go up and through the loop that I made. And you're gonna go around, this part kind of sucks, around the braid and through your loop each time, 3 to 4 times. The less times you go through, the smaller your knot will be, but the less strength your knot is gonna have. This is probably terrible, but I'm just gonna do 3 times right there. Okay, and then you pull that down and it makes a nice little thing right there. Okay, and now what you just did, you're going to do on the other side of the line with your braid tag end. Okay, so make the loop on the back side. None of this is focused, so I'm sorry. I'm not meant to do stuff like this, but it was requested. We're gonna go through that. We're gonna do what we did on the other side. Okay, so now we've got 2 knots. Let me see if I can focus in on this. Okay, so we've got our 2 knots right here, and what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wet it, okay? And you're gonna pull on those, and they're gonna pull down together real tight, and they're gonna make 1 knot right there, okay? I know this was horrible, but I'm trying. Okay, and then with your pliers or your cutters, you're just gonna trim up that knot so that it is as, smooth as possible when you're casting. All right, and that's kind of what it's gonna look like as your final product. Sorry, I don't have great focus. I film on an iPhone. All right, now if you're wondering how much leader line I like to use, I have already cut this, but say this is where it connects to my braid that I've just tied. I will either go like around 2 full wingspans, or like 1.5 full wingspan, or 2, or like 3 half wingspans. So look, hold the line here in your chest. I'll pull it out. 1, 2, 3. That's about how much leader I like to use. I just think that's a sweet spot of it's not too much line out, and it's plenty to last me a good while. All right, so I hope that helps you out. I know that not little tutorial at the end was pretty crusty, but yeah, I don't really have gear or like kind of a studio setup where I can film that stuff very well, but I will throw up that graphic from that website I found, so that could help you out. But this knot works really well for me. If I tie it the right way, I can get lazy and not do all my loops and stuff, and then it will break. It slipped on me before, but for the most part, it's a pretty simple knot in my opinion, and it gets the job done pretty well. But hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all love throwing a spinning rod for big bass like I do. I mean, y'all saw that blow up and that fight on that first fish? Oh my gosh, that is why I do it. The popper is the way to go. Spinning combo with a popper, that is so much fun. So much fun, one of the best fights you'll ever have with a big bass. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hit the like button for me, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Doing any of those things helps me out, helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate all of it. But with all that being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.